So it's Monday the 16th of December. Beautiful day. Feels more like a early autumnal day rather than a early to midwinter day. On my syndicate said December's always a great month to catch fish. Over the years, always tended to fish all the time. But particularly the New Year period. Don't drink anymore. Been there, done that. I've been fishing New Year's now for as long as I can remember. Lots of years, 10, 15 years. Get down south in Northampton called Little Airchester. Did really well on there. Probably could do a piece on there actually. Got enough fish to show from there. Absolutely killed it. Killed it for 1 year and then done a second year on there and did the same thing and really struggled. I think I had 30 odd different 30s. In the sort of 2 years I was on there. Crazy. Great fishing. Absolute nightmare of a drive though. About 3.5 hours. Lots of blanks as well, but I felt like I cracked that one. Really do feel like I found something that worked that was slightly different to what everybody else was doing and stuck to that strategy throughout the whole time I was there, regardless of time of year. Although that place did have a habit of shutting down when it got cold, but still caught really consistently from there. So maybe that's for another video, I don't know. Lots and lots of stories to tell, to be fair. I've done a fair bit of time on linear over the years. Just really like everything the canal has to offer. It's hard, it's grueling, but it's good. I love it. You just don't quite know. Oh, there's my Uncle Joe again. Can't believe how often I see this bird. Honest to God, I can't believe how often I see this bird. Weirdly, there's a bird of prey that seems to catch my eye a lot as well, up in the air. I think that's my Uncle Richie. There he is, he's gone. See you later, Joe. I'm convinced it's them. Sounds mad, but I am convinced it's them. Tuesday the 16th of December. It's about 8:30 in the morning. I've just come out the boat to start my normal morning walk. It was just one of those mornings today where you're thinking it's not going to happen, and it's probably not going to happen. So anyway, I'm off. Put a bit of bait in down here, down on this margin. What I'll do, this is where I had the fish from. It wasn't a massive fish. I'm going to put the boat about here. I'll have one over just to the mouth of the bay. I'll have one down on that margin down there. And I think what I might do with me single is flick it into the bay maybe. We'll see. Yeah, so that's the plan. I'm gonna do one last night on the 3 trees. Can't help feeling that the fish is still going to be travelling, still going to be eating. And that's the thing with the canal, it can just happen anytime. And it does happen anytime. I've got here from where, 9 o'clock, sat down with a brew, heard something, thought I'd maybe snag something or a quick bream or something, and I've had carp within 20 minutes. I've had them 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Tends to be one of the more popular times in the summer, between 11 and 1. And then obviously I've had them first light as well. I've even had one when I was having my breakfast at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, which is about as late as I've had one. And I have tried during the day as well, but I've never actually had a daytime fish, although I have seen a daytime fish caught purely by accident by a guy who was float fishing. Unbelievable. I was just happened to be going past on my bike and there was a guy float fishing and he hooked into a carp. He got off decent as well, double figures, but he landed it. He went back, so I've actually done quite well this year. Move more often, spend less time, but I still find myself sort of visiting the same spots, really. And I think what I need to do next year is definitely try some different spots. But I have to stay fairly local for work, so certainly for the time being, this is where I'll be spending the time fishing, and that's absolutely fine with me. I don't care how hard it is. Now then, it's absolutely perfect out there if you ask me. Bit of a test for the bait boat tonight as well, which should be interesting. Going out to that tree under there, I'll take you with me. We are going that way. Slip the lights on, jump out the boat, follow it along the bank. Just so I can make sure, I can get it just where I want it. Yep. Where am I going to get it out? How am I going to get it out? Come on. Ah, there it comes. Absolutely brilliant, honestly. The only thing I have forgotten is me pushing, so I can pick that up, but I found it quick. Hey. Just go here. Dog marks the spot. These rods I had specially made to fit 6 foot. Harrison blanks, amazing rods. Wednesday the 18th. It's about 11 o'clock. I woke up normal time about 7:30, but it was blowing a hoolie and it was teeming down as well. So I turned around and went back to sleep for an hour. Woke up, bit of breakfast, moved the bivvy. Now I'm in a new spot, new excitement. Wish I didn't have to go home, but sort of have to switch myself into work mode this afternoon. It would be very easy not to do that today though, but I have to, because if I don't, I'll do it again. Morning, Friday the 20th of December. It's about 8:30 in the morning. It's about 7 degrees and I've got nothing to report. Still feels good for a fish. Normally summertime, this is the end of bite time. Winter time, I've got no clue. I'll be back tonight. Probably will be the last night on this swim, and then I need to get ready for Christmas. I will be fishing over Christmas. I'm not quite sure where I'll be fishing over Christmas, but I will be fishing over Christmas. Oh, I did find some pictures of some of the fish I've caught on this stretch. So I will do a section on those fish. They're not monsters, but they are nice fish, worth sharing. This is all a bit of an experiment for me. I've got a big plan for the future, and this is part of it. I wasn't expecting the response that I got to the first video. So just wanted to say thanks to everyone that's watched it, and thanks to everyone that subscribes, and thanks to everyone that's been in touch as well. But I feel like now you're going to watch me blank until May, so I'm feeling a bit of pressure. No, I'm not really. It's no pressure. It's never pressure. Please understand that there is every chance I will catch nothing until the springtime or even the summertime, because it's happened before and it will happen again. It's more about a way of life than pressure to catch, and I think quite an important message, because when you watch some of the videos that you see online and see the relief when they catch a fish on the camera, I mean, I know it's a big investment and I know it's all money and I understand that, but I don't want to be feeling any form of pressure to catch fish. And that's the good thing about the syndicate, because what I've found is it's a bit like extremes in terms of fishing. So here I'm almost at 0 chance, but I have got some chance. I've got more chance than I have being at home. Whereas at the syndicate, I know I could go for a few days. I know exactly where I would fish. I know exactly what I would fish with. And I'm pretty sure I've got a decent idea of what I would catch, although I'm not 100% sure. So it's not that easy. And I know a couple of the guys have been blanking on there over the last couple of weeks. So there is every chance you could go and have a couple of nights over there and catch as much as here. But it's just so much comfier in there. And I can work and I can do stuff. Well, I can do more stuff. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I feel like I want to chill out for a few days, and for me there's no better way to chill out than being sat here with the rods on the bank and doing something productive in there. So that's probably what I'll end up doing, to be honest with you. But I've got a bit to do today, so I really should bring in these rods, and I still don't want to. Morning. Saturday the 21st of December, it's about 9:30, 9:45, more like 10 o'clock. I'm dragging this one out this morning. I'm off home for a few days now. Daddy duties call, and I love that as much as I love this, so I'm quite excited to go home, have a few days in the house with the kids, get into the Christmas spirit, and then start thinking about where I'm going to go next. Well, I sort of know where I'm going to go next. Nothing to report on the fishing front, obviously. So I dug those fish out that I caught from this area, spread over a couple of years. So the first fish was a nice common, caught from this swim, right on the near margin, lovely chestnut coloured common. Can't remember the exact weight, it was mid to upper doubles, but I'll never forget the scrap because it was fighting me round the bay. That was caught on the 19th of July, 2020, great fish. The second fish I had was a lovely mirror from the 3 Trees swim, and that fish was caught from the far margin near to the tree. Gave a great account of itself as per, but I do remember it quite vividly because it was quite hairy playing it underneath the tree. It was a hit and hold type job, as a lot of these fish are. Again, not massive, double figures. I do weigh all fish, and I also recorded everything, times, baits, wind directions, temperatures, but as I've already mentioned, I've lost that. I've got lots of pictures, but no written records. a guy got in touch and sent me some pictures of a few fish he's had from the area, and one of the fish looked like the mirror that I'd caught with the few scales at the back of its tail. So if you're watching this video, cross-reference and see if it is. I'm not sure it is, with a stream of scales near the wrist of the tail, which is quite interesting. Now the third fish was a couple of years later, August 2022, 11th of August, and again that fish was a mirror, and that was from this swim. A little bit bigger, that one, that was from the far margin. It wasn't 20, but it was upper doubles. That fish wasn't the cleanest, and you'll see there's a few marks, and in the canal, you know, you do tend to see that now and again. It gave a great account of itself, like a pale coloured mirror. And my next fishing stop is going to be at my mooring. Now, when I was going through the catch records, what became quite evident is I've caught quite a few fish from that mooring, and actually I've caught quite a few big fish from that mooring as well. So the next video will probably be more detail about the experience I've had in that particular area, and the bigger fish that I've caught. I've had them up to 29, 14, not quite the magical 30-pound barrier, but absolutely fine by me, not a problem. But yeah, some of those fish are going to be a little bit bigger and a little bit more to talk about. So just wanted to say happy Christmas. Thanks again for watching. Blown away by the amount of people that have been in touch and that are subscribed, so thanks again for that, and I'll see you on the next video.